2, 1.
Music. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yo, 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 what up, man? Welcome to Mezzo Forte! That's right, Bar Talk with the super fans. We are chilling out with the crew. What do we have in today's edition? I think we might have our producer, Crack AV.
He's gonna be manning. He's gonna be manning the chat. Yeah, our Crack AV is gonna be manning the chat. That's what I have there.
Don't interrupt me.
My bad.
That was our fearless host, Danny BMD. That's all right. You can interrupt me any day you want. And me, of course, your amateur hype man, Super Fun Art, talking sports. So Texas star. You win. Now, without further ado, take it away, Dan.
Yo, yo, yo. Welcome to Mezzo Forte Sportz. How's everyone doing today? Coming to you live from San Antonio, Texas, to your ears for Rise of Sports Time, for your free time. What up, this your host, of course, Danny BMD. How's everyone doing, and how did your team do this week? So we're going to start off with some, just going to round table. We do have a Crack AV. My bad, I didn't mean to interrupt you, Art. He actually is manning the chat. So all of our chat viewers, anyone, whether you guys are viewing on mine or on the Mezzo Forte Sportz, go and share Art as well. Either if you're on Facebook, if you're on YouTube, or if you're on Twitter, go ahead and share your questions, give your hot takes. Definitely let us know what you guys think as we continue with our show and start with our show. It should be pretty interesting today. So, of course, we have super fan art today. It's been pretty interesting, bro. How's Laredo? Is it hot, or how's it going over there? I literally have no idea.
That's fine. It's good to be here on this lovely Thursday evening, Dan. Weather's, it's still hot. Don't get me wrong. It's rare that we don't have a day that's high above 100 and something. But we manage well with just staying indoors, keeping cool. I don't have a pool, but I manage not to die. But nah, it's all good. I mean, yard work has to be done, no matter what temperature it is. So you either do it when the sun goes down or when the sun goes up. But yeah, we have a lot to discuss today through most of the major sporting world. But it's glad to be here. Shout out to all of our followers out there, viewers at home or wherever you are. Thank you for your continued support. Send us a like, comments, hate mail. We'll get everything. Like we said, our buddy Evan, he's monitoring the feed, the chat on Twitch. I think I'm monitoring YouTube. Evan, how you doing over there, lurking in the shadows? Oh, he's completely in the shadows.
That's right. I'm a little lurking here today, guys. Hey, no, it's great to be on the show today, guys. We're going to talk a little bit about sports. We're going to touch and go with a bunch of different topics today. Hope you all are interested. Hope you all are still subscribed and liked into our channel.
Like.
Follow Danny on Twitch and Facebook, because this is where we're broadcasting it. And also follow Superfan Art eventually on Twitch, on Twitter, whatever. Twitch and Twitter.
Yeah.
Twitter. Maybe some Instagram, but of course we're gonna have him Twitch. I mean, he's gonna be a personality on Twitch. I mean, he has to.
He will. He'll develop his here very soon. How are you doing, Dan?
Pretty good, man. Pretty good. Just wearing one of my favorite bands. One of my favorite albums is Under Fire. I don't know if you guys have seen that.
Nirvana.
Nirvana, yeah. But Nirvana is actually one of my favorite. It's like my fourth favorite band. But Nevermind is like one of my all-time favorite albums, like top 5 ever. Created known to man. Yeah, I know it's kind of weird, but like I really love it. I used to listen to it when I was a little kid, and people are like, "Dude, what are you listening to?" I was like, "Dude, they're called Nirvana." And I don't know, people like in Austin, they thought I was weird. They're like, "No, bro, they're listening to like pop stuff." But yeah, that's just me. Just kind of been. A little bit more of a 90s grunge mood lately. So, but yeah, we'll definitely have you still on the turntables, putting some music on, putting some effects for us, making us this lively environment that it is. Love you guys. So, you want to get started, Art? we'll get started.
Yeah, no, I like hearing your riff about Nirvana and Evan on the turntables. Uh, uh, those of you who don't know Evan, he's a big aficionado of Aerosmith.
Yeah.
I'm sure if he was on the screen, you could see him wearing some apparel or have some posters up in his room, or back in the day he used to. I don't have any favorite band, to be honest. I like all genres as long as I can understand the lyrics and they're not mumble rapping. I can dig it. Sorry, heard something. But yeah, we have a lot to discuss sporting world
Oh,
wise.
you okay? You okay? You're not gonna get kidnapped or anything like that.
No, no, no. I heard something and freaked me out. It's almost Halloween, so they're showing scare movies. I think Candyman. This is Friday.
Oh,
Check it
dude,
out.
that is gonna be a good movie. I saw
By
I saw the previews for that, but yeah, sorry.
No, definitely that looks like a good way to kickstart the horror movie season. Just some Candyman. But well, that's the topic for another day. But yeah, let's get into it. I guess my version of the Diamond Talk. Got a lot going on with baseball now
do
that
it.
we're approaching the postseason. The boys of summer are almost done, and postseasons are almost among us in October. Uh, so just let's begin with some current leaders out there. For the National League, our leaders currently are the Atlanta Braves in the East, Milwaukee Brewers for the Central, and San Francisco Giants in the West. Now the wild card race out there with the National League, it's pretty much dominated by the Los Angeles Dodgers, who are 11 and a half games ahead of the cutoff mark. Cincinnati Reds are currently at the cutoff, and the San Diego Padres are just one game behind, so they get to play some catch up. And St. Louis Cardinals are 3.5 games behind. It's not impossible considering there's still a lot more games between now and October. Now switching over to the American League, we got the Tampa Bay Rays as one of the leaders of the East, Chicago White Sox for the Central, and Houston Astros are the leaders for the West. Now the wild card race is very interesting out there in the American League. Currently, the New York Yankees are just 3 games ahead of the cutoff mark. Boston Red Sox are just right there. Now the Oakland A's are just 1.5 games behind, and the Seattle Mariners are 2.5 games. So like, it could be day to day, like switching of the flip flops.
Yeah. How many make it?
Only two wild card spots per league.
Ooh.
And like I said, the Dodgers are 11.5 games ahead, so they got nothing to worry about. It's over there in the American League where New York, Boston, Oakland, and Seattle are like really battling it out. But yeah, some of the headlines that have been I thought that were pretty good for the Dodgers fans and even fans of the game who stayed up late last night. You certainly weren't disappointed. Los Angeles Dodgers were able to outlast the San Diego Padres in 16 innings.
Wow.
Damn. It all came.
Wow.
I know. I didn't see it.
How long did they go like scoreless, or were they going back and forth, or
Well,
what the hell happened? God dang.
Okay. Well, first I guess let me start at the end, and then I'll go towards the body of it all.
Yeah.
It eventually came to a conclusion when like LA's AJ Pollock, he smacked a two-run homer to lead off at the top of the 16, sending the Dodgers to an exhausting 5-3 victory. The game itself lasted 5 hours and 49 minutes, and it was composed of 19 pitchers who threw a combined 489 pitches. Now the Padres, who are currently losers of their 10 previous 12 games, they're suddenly, fighting just to qualify for the postseason. They held on to a 1-0 lead until the Dodgers' Will Smith, not the actor, he hit a game-tying home run off of Blake Snell in the 8th inning, and the score would remain there for 6 more frames or innings, 6 scoreless innings. Entering the 15th, then the Padres were pretty much 0 for 18 and walk-off opportunities. So I think the game, in Pacific time, the game ended like almost like at past midnight, obviously. So for us here in Central and the East Coast, like it would have definitely gone past like 2 a.m. So right now, like I said, the Padres they're fighting to get in. The Dodgers really didn't even need to win it, but the hell, they took it to them and they won. But 16 innings, I think it's like the longest since they instituted like a little policy where you get a pinch runner or whatever on second base after like so many innings. So it was wild. So that was some of the more recent things that happened. I think a few days prior, the New York Yankees they earned their 11th straight win in a 5-4 victory against the NL East leading Atlanta Braves on Tuesday evening. That was pretty much when we had our show. I think the game hadn't ended by the time we finished the show. Now the Yankees have not achieved an 11-game win streak since 1985, though coming close with 10 in a row, about 6 times in the years prior. So the victory streak was nearly in jeopardy as it came down to the Braves' first baseman Freddie Freeman battling in the bottom of the ninth with his team down 1. There was 2 outs. The bases were loaded. Yankees were just clinging on to that 5-4 lead. So even just one run, it could have tied it, or if he hit it out of the park, done, game done. But he was eventually called out with a shot towards outfield, being caught. So no doubt the tension, it was electric. The moments, pretty much, it was almost like a playoff-like atmosphere. And indeed, these two teams could maybe even meet later on in the playoffs. So the Yankees will look to extend their 12-game win streak, but they're going to face a tough 4-game series starting tonight, going through Sunday, with the Oakland A's, who are hungry for wins of their own to help them secure a wild card spot either away from the Red Sox or even leapfrog and take away the leader position from our own Houston Astros in the AL West. So screw those guys. So Houston fans are going to want to cheer on the Yankees for the next few days. And on the other side, Tosco and Juan's Atlanta Braves, they don't have things any easier of their own. They're going to go ahead and take on the fellow National League top dogs, the San Francisco Giants. It should be an entertaining 3-game series, Friday through Sunday. That's a potential postseason preview for like dominance of the National League. In other news, Baltimore Orioles snapped a 19-game losing streak. It was against the Angels, and the Angels even had Shohei Ohtani pitching for like 6 innings. And so 19-game losing streak. It says Baltimore, I think they were almost going to tie the league record for the longest skid, which their franchise themselves set in 1988 when they started 0-21. So they got some wins for, I mean, obviously they're not going to the postseason, but it's good for morale. I mean, you beat the Angels. They're no pushovers. With Shohei Ohtani, one of the hottest names in pitching right now. So kudos to them. And I'll continue to give more coverage as the postseason continues, or we're almost approaching the postseason. Like I said, every Thursday, I'll give like the leaders and the wild card positioning. And that's pretty much wrapping up what I have to say today for baseball. Dan, did you have any questions, comments, concerns, jokes?
So one of the questions is actually when did the game end, or like how long did it take?
That game you're referring to the Dodgers San Diego Padres 16 innings.
Yeah.
I mentioned that it from start to finish it was 5 hours. Hold on. I had it written down here. 5 hours, 49 minutes. I didn't see what time locally it finished. I just, I know for a fact Pacific time it finished past midnight. So for us Central guys, it was way past 2 a.m. probably.
Dang.
But
I was gonna say, because I saw a whole bunch of people were talking about it. They're like, that shit, that I was like, I woke up all late or whatever. I had to wake up at 6 in the morning, and I fell asleep late. I was like, why? I saw the game. I was like, what? I was like, wait, how many innings does it normally go? It's 9, right? 9.
9 is
I was
the
like,
yeah.
the guy's like, no, bro, it goes 12. Dude, it doesn't go 12. It's like, it goes 12. It's like, dude, it doesn't go 12. Dude, it doesn't go 12. It's like, oh no, that's rounds in boxing. Poof, peor.
Oof.
I'm
Got
like,
egg in
dude,
his face.
it's like, dude, don't even do anything with sports. It's like, what?
Nice.
But yeah, I was like, but yeah, that was kind of cool.
Yeah. I mean, it's not something you see every day. I mean, obviously that's one of the bigger things people have an issue with in baseball is there's no time limit. So it can definitely go like more than 5 hours, which is when almost got the 6 hour mark. Nah, imagine being there, like at the game. Would you like as a fan be like, I gotta stick it out? I know I gotta work in the morning, and it's like already like
I
almost
know. I
one,
mean, yeah, I was gonna say,
and then I
when
gotta
you're like,
face.
and those people that like kind of leave early, like right before the game, so they can catch traffic. They're like, all
Yeah,
right, cool. All right, well, just this going inning. All right. Once it gets 2 outs, you're like, God damn it.
yeah. Nope, wasn't the case.
Where was it again? What city?
Well, I'm not sure who was hosting. It was the Dodgers and the Padres, so it was
Oh, well, it was
definitely
LA.
West Coast.
Yeah.
Oh, don't know who hosted.
It was probably like what midnight here.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah,
It
so
was
that's
way
kind of
past midnight.
yeah, man, that's kind of crazy. Um, but yeah, that's I mean, dang.
Yeah, and like I said, the Dodgers they could care less. They're way ahead of the other team for the wild card spot. It was the Padres that they're really desperate to try to get it back because they were hot in the first half of the season. The Padres were hot, and for some reason they've been on a slump. And you know, wins are at a premium now.
Yeah, especially right now since October is getting pretty pretty near. Oh, sorry
Yeah,
guys.
we're almost done with August.
Sorry guys, I'm getting some stuff done. But yeah, I mean it's awesome. Obviously we'll go right into it into
Or
October pretty soon. Dude, it's not that far. I mean, we're towards the end of August already. We're about to enter September, which is crazy. I mean, goddamn, like we already
and
uh
this is the point of
almost
the
finished.
season.
Yeah.
Thi- I mean, I'm not. This I don't want to say I'm not, but I mean, just like in any other sport, once postseason is already within grasp, the games mean a lot more. The intensity gets turned up a lot more. The fans can feel just it's a different environment. Yeah, you're not coasting like you were in the first half of the season. We lost, but it's okay. There's still like 70 some more games. No, there's the end of the tunnel already, and you got to fight for positions. Uh, every game means something, at least to those who have realistic chances, or even if you're 10 games behind. Yeah, all you got to do is go on a run, surprise the people, go on a run. Maybe you make it that wild card spot. So yeah, this is. I know we're already like in getting into the football mode. I mean, we're from Texas. Football is what we know best, but don't sleep on baseball. This is the time of the season where the games are like I don't say must watch, but they're very competitive and entertaining. Definitely take advantage of that. Uh, even if you got to choose between watching Alabama versus Florida State, or you watch like an awesome game like the Yankees and the Oakland A's. Uh, just saying, if you're a sports fan, this is a great time for you in baseball right now.
Yeah. So I mean, and obviously all the sports are starting back up again. But I like around October where they start mashing up, where like almost every single day of the week you have like some type of sporting event going on. So that's pretty badass. I really missed that, and I mean, it's gonna be awesome, especially this year where a lot of things are being a little bit more controlled. It be a lot more, like maybe even some crowd. But we'll see how happens specifically for baseball. But we'll go right into our NFL. I know that you kind of mentioned it. We'll do our segue into that. And in this case, we're going to talk a little football. So do some gridiron news, some NFL headlines. So for you, Art, right now, have you seen any of the preseason? Have you seen at least the what's of it? What's
Nice.
the
I
was
like
it
that music, Evan.
Hard Knocks? Yeah, there you go. Yeah, any
Uh,
Hard Knock, anything like that?
I haven't seen any Hard Knock episodes recently. I think I stopped after episode 2, but no, I'll try to check it out again. Preseason games, I haven't seen any this far. That's because I mean, if they're not big games, they don't air it on national television,
Yeah.
or at the most, maybe Fox or ESPN will pick it up. But you got to get the NFL Network. But no, I'll try to look at the Hard Knocks soon enough for the current drama.
Yeah. So
I mean, it's interesting to watch these guys behind the scenes.
I mean, what's
But,
okay?
like-
Okay? You've seen 2 episodes, right? You said.
That's correct.
All right. So what's the one thing that you've learned so far that you would have never learned if you didn't watch like behind the scenes for a football team?
Well, I didn't know that one of the coaches on defense was like he's like a guy from Great Britain or English. I don't know if he was former rugby player, and then he tried to be he was like on like some football team over there in Great Britain, and now he went stateside. He's been coaching. Uh, all the players they don't make fun of him, but they kind of try to imitate him sometimes in that fake British accent. Some are good, some are not that good. But he's been a good sport about it. So yeah, I'm not sure what his name is. I mean, sad to say, I don't know his name, but I had no idea. You get to see more of the coaches and stuff, or the staff. You see Jerry Jones kind of lurking around like a buzzard, looking for a carcass. Like every time I see Jerry Jones, I'm pretty sure he's got money on his mind.
He just has
Yeah.
what is it like that? He's just that emoji with the what was it with the dollar symbols on it?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, you can see him smiling and saying hello to the fans. I was like, he's just where's his angle here? He's got money on his mind.
Yeah, it's kind of
Yeah, it's funny just to see Jerry Jones.
Yeah, so it's like but I don't know. I think just we'll talk a little bit more about rookies. So the rookie QBs. Right now the rookie QBs obviously with the Bears. You have Justin Fields. Jets. You have Zach Wilson. Yeah. Jaguars. Obviously you have the number 1 pick, which is Trevor Lawrence, and the 49ers they have Trey Lance. And then and the Patriots also they have Mac Jones.
The big Mac Jones.
Yeah. So in this case, like kind of, I know you haven't seen much or a little bit, just a little bit about the preseason games, but just like for you, just like in general, who do you think? I mean, because a lot of these teams, I think the only team that's like really prepared, that's really just really set for like, I don't know about Super Bowl or win now, but very close to it would be the 49ers. But the other teams are, still pretty bad. But for you, who do you think, like, which rookie QB do you kind of see that's gonna be successful at least for year one, right off the bat? That's if they play, and if whatever it is that do play. For example, in this case, like Mac Jones, we're still not sure if it's gonna be Cam or it's gonna be Mac. But just like just thoughts. What do you think?
Okay. I understand what your question is. Of the rookie QBs that are currently either starters or backups, you're saying who's going to have the more successful season potentially?
Yeah, specifically just season one, just the first season. This first season that we're starting, or this next season we're starting. What do you
Righto.
think?
Well, the Bears have already selected Andy Dalton over Zach Wilson, but obviously the first sign of weakness, I mean, Dalton will hit the bench and we'll see what Zach's got up his sleeve. Uh, I I like what I've seen from him thus far. Obviously, poor Andy Dalton's been, he never had his time to shine with the Bengals all those years. He was just the backup in Dallas. Uh, but if Zach Wilson gets a chance, I think he can surprise some people and maybe bring the Bears back to a little bit of some prominence. I know they had some hope with Trubisky a few years back, didn't really pan out. Uh, Trevor Lawrence, he's the guy. We all know that he's the guy. Uh, I can't really say how he's going to do because history has already taught us, just because you're a Heisman winner, or definitely get the most out of him.